Stop scrolling for a moment, picture this. You're driving through city streets or open roads, the sun dipping low, and right beside you glides the 2026 Hyundai Exter. It draws looks, turns heads, and whispers one thing to you: you're driving the future. That's exactly how I want you to feel by the end of this video, because today I'm taking you on a detailed ride through everything you need to know about the upcoming 2026 Hyundai Exter. From price surprises to what's under the hood, from slight interior and exterior updates to how fast this thing might really go. Whether you're in the UK, the US, or anywhere watching, this will be your go-to breakdown before you even see it in a showroom. Let me drop a hook. Imagine getting more value than you expect. A compact SUV that's fun to drive yet practical, sleek in design but built to last. That's what Hyundai is banking on. And yes, there's a pricing reveal I'll share in just a moment that may shock some of you used to high price tags. Now, heads up. 2026 Hyundai Exter is expected to be more of a facelifted, refined version of the current Exter rather than a ground-up redesign. The rumors and reports suggest Hyundai is updating its styling details, adding features, refining the tech, but keeping the same engine options. So for your expectations, don't expect radical changes in layout or drivetrain. But the tweaks could make a big difference in perception and appeal. Before we get to price and performance, a quick note about the exterior and interior. On the outside, expect refreshed front and rear fascia, new grille patterns, maybe updated LED lighting signatures, new trims, and possibly new colors or accent elements. Hyundai is likely to lean into sharper lines and more dynamic styling cues to give it a fresher presence. Inside, improvements will likely come in tech. Upgraded infotainment, maybe better materials in key touchpoints, possibly improved connectivity, more driver aids. But don't expect ultra luxury. This is still in the compact SUV, micro SUV realm. The goal is to polish, not reinvent. So, let's dig into the heart: performance and speed. The 2026 Exter is expected to retain its 1.2-liter naturally aspirated petrol engine, the same 1,197cc Kappa unit that's in the current model, offering around 83 PS and 114 Nm of torque in petrol trim. For the CNG version, expect something closer to 69 PS and about 95 Nm of torque. Transmission options are likely to stay as a 5-speed manual for both, and a 5-speed AMT automated manual transmission for the petrol version. Top speed is not officially confirmed, but based on the current model's performance, in some markets the petrol version might push toward 160 to 165 km/h in ideal conditions. Acceleration won't be lightning fast. Expect 0 to 100 km/h to take around 12 to 13 seconds in petrol form. So this isn't a sports car, but it's practical, usable, and peppy enough for daily driving. The CNG version will be more modest in speed, oriented toward efficiency over outright pace. On the road, I'd expect Hyundai to fine-tune the suspension to reduce body roll, refine steering feel, electric power steering, and improve insulation so wind and road noise are better suppressed than current models. That's where the 2026 update should show its real worth, not in radical leaps of performance, but in better everyday usability and comfort. Alright, now the moment many of you have been waiting for: price. Based on the current Exter pricing in India and expected margin for updates, the 2026 facelift Exter is anticipated to arrive with ex-showroom prices between 6.19 lakh rupees and 10.89 lakh rupees roughly, in India. To put that into perspective for our UK/US viewers, if such a model were imported or adapted, you might see a base version equivalent to somewhere in the low tens of thousands of pounds or dollars, accounting for import costs, duties, homologation, etc. Don't expect it to undercut local offerings by much, but a well-positioned price could make it a strong alternative. Remember, those INR numbers are for the current market context. The 2026 version may carry a small premium for the added features. Hyundai has also indicated that the facelift will command a higher price than the existing model. As one recent development, Hyundai recently introduced a Pro Pack for Exter, priced at 7.98 lakh rupees ex-showroom, adding styling enhancements and features like dashcam expansion. That gives you a ballpark of how Hyundai is incrementally moving pricing upward. So as a rough guess, if the 2026 Exter were launched in your country, A starting price equivalent of USD £18,000 minus 25,000 or more might not be unrealistic depending on specs, localization, and taxes. Let me walk you through how this all fits together in real use. Suppose you live in the UK or US and imported or Hyundai launched this model locally. For city driving, the 1.2-liter petrol automatic variant AMT would be ideal, manageable, efficient, not too aggressive, with the advantage of new tech and comfortable ride. On highways, the petrol version should hold cruise speeds well, with enough torque to overtake sensibly, though you won't be chasing performance cars. Tack on good ride isolation and a smooth gear shift, and long trips become less fatiguing. In rural or rough road settings, the Exter's compact size helps maneuverability, though it's not designed for hardcore off-road work. Ground clearance and suspension tuning are likely decent for town-to-dirt paths, but don't expect serious off-road chops. One of the selling points will be its efficiency. With the current model's mileage in the 19.2–19.4 km/l range for petrol versions and strong claims for the CNG variant, approximately equals 27 km per kilogram, in some countries, the 2026 version must at least match or slightly improve those figures. That means in everyday driving, fuel bills will stay manageable, which is a big plus for many buyers who don't want to compromise economy for looks. From a buyer's perspective, what makes the 2026 Exter interesting is this balance. You get a compact SUV that's modern, feature-rich in its class, fairly efficient, and capable enough for daily life, without going overboard on cost. The challenge for Hyundai will be localizing its safety standards, emissions, parts, after-sales, for markets like UK, US, and pricing it competitively. So, to wrap this into a narrative you can pitch on your channel, start with those hooks. A compact SUV you didn't expect. Guide your audience through the subtle evolution of design, then build anticipation around performance and speed, and climax with the pricing reveal. Use comparisons to local models in UK, US, to help viewers contextualize whether it's a wow buy or a niche interest. Encourage comments like, would you import this or wait for local equivalent? Or, which variant would you pick, petrol manual or AMT? That kind of engagement keeps people watching and commenting. If you like, I can also send you a shorter version, for voiceover scripts, or break it into segments with timestamps. Do you want me to refine this further or flesh out specific parts, e.g. US, UK pricing projections?